Good morning, France. Today we're doing a blast from the past, interviewing different social classes of people before the French Revolution. Oh look, there's a peasant hard at work over there. She is working off her land rent. She has to give half her crops to her landowner, and she is heavily taxed by the church. Good morning, France. Here we are with Adrian Skowski. Can you please tell us your age and social class?
I'm 23 years old and I'm in the third estate.
Can you tell us where you live?
I live in a small shack big enough for my family. Nothing fancy.
Can you please tell us if your life is easy or difficult?
I would say it's more on the difficult side. I mean, I have to give 15% of my harvest to the church, half of it to the landowner. I barely have enough to provide for my family.
Can you tell us about your everyday life and daily concerns?
Well, most of the time during the day, well, mostly all the time, I am working in the fields harvesting, and sometimes I worry I won't have enough food and money to provide for my family.
What do you think about other social classes?
I think they're disrespectful. They don't respect me and what I do. They take advantage of me. They're mean.
Does this give you an optimistic look on the future, or not so much?
I mean, I'd say I try, but not really. I mean, all I do is work. All I do is think of others. It's hard life.
Does this concern you for your family's well-being?
Yeah, of course. I mean, like, what if I don't harvest enough crop? What if I have to give away too much if they don't have enough? How will they survive?
I don't know. Well, thank you, Adrian. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Go.
Oh. Good morning, France. Here we are with
Adrian Skowski.
Can you please tell us your name and age?
I already said that!
And we're back. And now we're looking for a servant. Servants were more commonly peasants who just moved to cities but still needed a job to provide for their families. So they looked for work by helping, or more really just waiting, hand and feet, on upper estates. Hi, I'm here with
Enrique Bouillard.
a servant. Can you please tell us your age and social class?
I'm 16 years old and I'm in the third estate.
Where do you live?
Well, I live in a separate boarding house off of one of the nobility's mansions.
Oh, I see. Is your everyday life easy or difficult?
Quite difficult. I have to spend all day doing chores. Right now I'm washing my master's laundry.
I see. Can you tell us your everyday concerns and duties?
Well, pretty much I have to do whatever the master says. So, if he tells me to wash his laundry, I have to wash his laundry. If he tells me to go feed the animals, I have to go feed the animals. It's whatever he says.
I see. How does this concern with your family?
Family? I'm not allowed to have a family. Servants, we are not allowed to have any sort of relationship.
I see. So, did you have to leave your family behind?
Yes.
I'm sorry to hear that. What do you think of other social classes?
Well, I envy the nobility and the clergy. I mean, all their wealth and power. That'd be amazing to be like them. But I look back on the peasants, which is where I just moved here to the city from my peasant family, and working as a peasant is much harder, much more strenuous.
Mm-hmm.
And also here, I get proper food and clothing and shelter rather than just a shack on the edge of a field.
So, in some ways, it is better.
Yes.
Are you optimistic about your future?
Not much to be optimistic about. Can't really do anything else but what I'm doing now.
I see. Well, thank you, Enrique. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
We should do that for a blooper.
Yeah. That was it.
Fire.
Hi, now And we're back. Hi, I'm here with a member of the bourgeoisie. The bourgeoisie is still in the third estate, but the wealthiest of their estate. They are mainly lawyers and doctors. What is your name?
Hi, I'm Annabelle McClare.
Can you tell us your age and social class?
I'm 30 years old and I'm in the third estate.
Thank you. Where do you live?
I live in a reasonably sized house, big enough to fit my whole family. It's alright, pretty nice.
So, this is your small office, I would take it?
Yeah.
Okay. Is your life mainly easy or difficult?
I would have to say it's not too difficult. I don't have to worry about money too much. I still have to pay taxes, which is a bummer, but I have a nice job, so
Makes up for it.
yes.
What is your everyday life like, and what are your hardest obstacles in the day?
Well, I am a lawyer, so I work hard at my job, and money's not really a problem, so that's not too difficult. So there's nothing like too difficult about my life right now.
Well, that's good on your part, I guess.
Yeah.
What do you think of other social classes?
I feel bad for the peasants because even though we're in the same class, I'm wealthier than them because of my job, and they don't get to have the jobs I have.
Mhm.
But I envy the upper classes because they don't have to pay taxes, and we do, and I don't think that's right.
Mm-hmm. I understand your estate tried to change that.
Yeah, but it was turned down, and we still have to pay taxes, and they don't.
Unfair. Are you optimistic about your future, or?
I am, I would say, like a little bit of both. I'm optimistic about my family, my home,
Mm-hmm.
the money that I get, but I'm also sad that things don't always go the way we want in our estate. It could be better.
Well, thank you.
You're
Hope you have a
welcome.
nice day. We'll be right back after this short commercial break. Hi, I'm here with a member of the bourgeoisie.
With this class, so I get a reasonably good amount of money. I deal. What? What would you ask me? And we're back.
All right, here we are looking for Jean-Jacques Rousseau, a writer. Writers were commonly philosophers who thought of new ideas, although Rousseau's ideas were a little different than normal philosophers. All right, I'm back with Jean-Jacques Rousseau, a writer. Can you tell us your age and social class?
I am 50 years old, and I am in the third estate.
It's nice. Where do you live?
Currently, I'm trying to move around, but I live in a small house on the outside of the village.
Would you say your life is easy or difficult?
It's pretty easy. My work is not that strenuous.
I see. On an everyday basis, what are your most difficult decisions, and what is it normally like?
Well, every day I scribe down my ideas in my books. But the difficult part is I'm always trying to avoid talking to anyone who may have opposite political or views on any sort of thing, because currently my views are not considered to be truthful or accurate by many of the people.
I see, this seems kind of difficult to have to. Do you have to move around a lot?
Yes, that's why I'm trying not to be noticed too much.
I see. So, what are your views on other social classes and people?
Well, I believe that men of any social class should have equal rights, and also that the king should not have absolute power over them. The power should be more decided by the will of the people.
I see. So are you optimistic about the future?
Not really, no. Currently, all these new advancements in art and science have had a negative effect on our society. Many people think it's a positive effect, but truthfully, it's definitely negative. And if this keeps continuing, then our society is in a downward spiral.
Well, thank you for your interview today.
We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
I started it and I was about to go like that when you went. There was a bug. Okay. Good.
Oh, God.
Ready? It's going 25 seconds.
And we're back.
Here we go, trying to find a member of the nobility. Nobility doesn't necessarily mean you're in line to be king or the clergy, but it does mean you're wealthier than average people. There are about 300,000 members of the nobility. Hi again, we're here with
Victor Savari.
member of the nobility. Can you
please tell us your age and social class?
I am 31, and I am in the second estate.
That's very nice. Where do you live, Victor?
I live in a pretty fancy house on the outskirts of the city.
Of course you do. You're a member of the nobility. So, is your life easy or difficult?
Well, it's pretty easy. I mean, I'm exempt from taxes and things like that. If I committed any crime, I get special privileges. I don't have to be tried in court. I get sent to a special court and get all these special privileges. I'd probably be able to get away with quite a bit.
Well, that is very lucky of you. So, what are your daily concerns in everyday life like?
Well, mostly I'm worried about having to collect taxes from the peasants because they don't really like to pay them, which, I mean, but I need them. How else am I going to get my money? They have to pay me for their land. It's mine. They're just renting it.
I see. So what do you think of other social classes?
Well, I envy the clergy. I mean, all their power and wealth, but I look down on the peasants. But I do understand that they're necessary for my wealth.
It's a very good way of looking at it. So I take it, are you optimistic about the future?
Fairly. I see that the future is promising. I hope that I may become an advisor of the king. That would get me many more privileges than I already have.
Of course, that's all you're worried about. Thank you, Victor.
Hi, now we're off to find a member of the clergy. The clergy is the highest you can get to the king, and they help the king with many political decisions. They are also very wealthy.
Go.
Hi again. We're here with Elizabeth Warner. She's a member of the clergy. Can you please tell us your age and social class?
Well, I'm 28 years old and I'm in the first estate.
Where do you live?
I live in a luxurious penthouse apartment. You could say it's almost like a palace.
That's nice.
I have a lemonade.
Sure.
Thank you. Now, what were you saying?
So, is your life difficult?
Difficult. No.
Oh, that is very nice. What are your daily concerns?
Where's my butler? He can answer these questions. Oh, God.
Okay, we'll speed this process up a little. What do you do every day? Do you just lounge around here?
Well, most of the time. Then I have to discuss some politics with other politicians, clergy things.
Do you have to pay taxes?
Taxes? What are those?
Okay, obviously not. What do you think about people in other social classes?
Who?
Like the peasants and servants and
Huh.
such.
They're trash.
Oh, that is very nice. So, are you optimistic about your future, or
Well, of course. Why not?
you're obviously just gonna get richer? Well, thank you, Elizabeth.
You're welcome anytime.
Here are a few short bloopers.
I have my lemonade.
Sure.
Thank you.
And now we're looking for writer Jean-Jacques Bizot. I said that wrong. Hi.
Oh wait, I did it wrong.
Hello again. We're here with
Elizabeth Warner.
Hi, now we're off to interview a member of the clergy. The clergy is the highest you could. Shut up. Okay, I gotta redo this.
Brought to you by Eric, Aiden, and Sarah. Brought to you by Eric, Aiden, and Sarah. Thanks for watching.